Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming in and tuning in into our community touch base. Um, my name is Giselle, and I will be representing the Velorians from the Velocity community, and I will be your host for today. So today we are speaking with Mr. Sean, Velo Labs Business Development Manager, and within our small team, Sean is also supporting sales and marketing analytics to inform Velo's growth and business directions. And I believe we will learn so much insights from Velo's projects today. So let's get it started. Hi, Sean.
Hello friends, pleased to be here. My name is Sean and I'm a BDM with Velo Labs. I'm here to share some insights about what our project is all about to first timers, as well as update our progress to long-term supporters of Velo, also known as Velorans. So happy to be here, guys.
Great. Okay. But before we start, I would like to take this opportunity to first congratulate you guys on the recent listing on Bybit. I mean, it must be an amazing ride for the team, I must say it, and of course, our dearest Valorian. And technically, we've been, having a huge support from the community, and we were so excited to see it listed. And honestly, my personal opinion, I was so afraid it wouldn't happen. So, what do you think?
Yeah, thank you. We're so happy that it is finally listed and it finally happened. Our partnership team has been working hard on the back end to make sure that this actually happened. And at the end of the day, listing is also about business collaboration. So we would like to also thank the Velocity community on this too. So big props to you guys. If the number of qualified participants and voters hadn't been so close, we would have a much harder time closing this deal. But everything is done. It's really great to see the project and the community team working together. So a big thank you to you guys out there making this happen.
Great. Okay, so before we jump right into what the community wants to know, technically I saw Velo has just released an announcement on the circulating supply on V Inspire, right? Which V Inspire is a name for velo.org slash blog, where Velo Labs updated all the news and the announcement. And technically it includes the comprehensive roadmap on what Velo Labs has achieved over the past 6 months as well. So, would you like to give us some insights into that part?
Yeah, definitely. I'll go through that quickly. I would say we have been laser focused on community communications on the marketing front and launching Universe as our first milestone towards creating a holistic Web3 plus system on the product end. So on the marketing and product and community communication front, we've upgraded Velo branding, released brand and product videos, and conducted AMA once every quarter. We've also organized community events to keep the community engaged, such as the Lunar New Year campaign and Bitcoin Pizza Day. And we are also seeking to upgrade the quality of community moderation. This is to make sure that we have your questions answered on a daily basis and more involvement from people who are part of the working team to respond to more insightful questions. We'll make sure this is two-way, and then voices of our community is heard. And our goal for the community is to maintain clear and transparent communication, as well as keep our supporters updated on the business and project progress. Yeah. That also.
Thank you for yeah. You got
Yeah. Also the marketing and product support side, right? Another marketing goal is actually to support the launch and growth of Universe. As you may have seen, we've organized a couple of events with the trading community leaders, and the production of product introduction and how-to content are also here on the marketing front. So, yeah.
Great. I mean, all of this shows that technically speaking, all Valorians should know that Velo not just stopping at one point. Technically, more and more development are still in progress, and we are looking forward to the full force of Velo Labs to implement into our ecosystems. So, thank you
Yeah,
for the interesting insight on the marketing. By the way, how about the product?
yeah. As mentioned before, the product support the marketing goal is actually to launch and grow Universe, and a couple of events has been organized with community leaders who are also doing training themselves. And but right now when it comes to like product introduction and how to content, right? I mentioned before. These are also on the marketing front. When it comes to like listing on the marketing front, we're here to celebrate small wins. And don't forget, we're now listed on a few top exchanges with two new exchange listings in the past 6 months, Bybit being one of them. I know that Velo prices have fluctuated quite a bit, and sometimes it can give like fellow Velorans and holders a heart attack. But at the end of the day, it is the progress that we are making and the accessibility and real value that we're bringing into this world that ultimately defines us as a project. Yeah,
Understood. I mean,
yeah.
what a
So,
grateful
so
insight on that.
right. Of course, like going back to your question, the product, right? Of course, I'm not going to touch on that right now. We're doing everything as per the roadmap. We've launched Nova Chain and Nova Token, which is instrumental in creating a Web3 ecosystem, Web3 plus ecosystem, and using Universe as well. We've pushed Universe to go live with USDV, which is our stablecoin being used in real-world transactions with key trading communities, and we will also continue to roll out more features over time, along with a gamification of the referral program. And in the program, you'll be awarded NFT that can actually give holders special trading benefits. We are also big on team-based referral or affiliate rebates programs when it comes to marketing and how our incentives are paid out. So in a nutshell, we're gonna be big on affiliate marketing, and everyone down the line can actually stand a chance to cash in and win. And since Universe is a very big and complex platform connected with Velo's extended ecosystem, with products like Orbit and WAP, there's also a lot of work to do as we further develop towards our vision and end goal. So therefore, a lot of the effort and resources that have been allocated to testing and improving our Universe exchange with regards to ensuring that the end user gets the best possible experience yet it is still on the way. Yeah, so the other things that we're working on are, Velo Labs public project matrix dashboard that will allow the community to easily track the our project progress, and also as well as Orbit and the decentralized apps that we have.
I mean, it's so great to hear all of the diversifications of what Velos is trying to develop over the years. And I mean, it's so exciting to see there are different portfolios what Velo is trying to introduce to the Velorians. And yeah, we are looking forward to it. Okay, so I think Mr. Sean have pretty much updated the recent updates to the Velorians of what is happening with Velo. And I think we can move on to our next session, which is, sorry, not next section, which is a community questions. So I'm going to start with a handpick from a team, so, which is the community questions that we pick. Okay, Mr. Sean, will Velo create its own cross-chain bridge?
Yes, thank you so much, Giselle. That's a very good question. Yeah. So will Velo create its own cross-chain bridge? Okay, as you all know, we already have WAP as our own cross-chain bridge. WAP is now targeting to support Velo protocol first, which is supporting three chains. These are mainly Stellar, BSC, and Ethereum, right at the moment. We'll also include more
Right.
chains and support, more well-known tokens in the future. And we're also working and testing security in both technology and on the operational procedure front at the moment. So this is why you can see the web portal, but we have not opened it to for public use just yet.
I see. Okay, that's great. Okay, so moving on to our next question. Will the Velo team make more videos in their YouTube channel, such as more infographics to explain the mechanism and services to keep the investors updated?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, another good question. Here at Velo, we love YouTube. So yes, we do plan to make more and more videos on YouTube as we scale our marketing and production team. And with the current resources that we have, we will prioritize creating videos to support universe user onboarding and retention. There won't be there won't be videos for any other content such as product mechanisms and services that can be delivered simply by artworks and through graphics. So working in a startup means being efficient and using smaller resources to create a bigger impact. But however, if you need any elaboration on our communications, feel free to share with the community.
Great. And I bet all Valorians can actually go into Valor YouTubes and to understand more. They have several videos as well to understand more about the projects. And we have a very, dearest moderators on board on Discord and Telegram, so you guys can go directly and ask anything if you didn't understand anything. Okay, so move on to the next question. Does Velo plan to have a launchpad for launching projects in its chain?
Yes, most definitely. A launchpad for launching projects is like a landing page to convert users from potential demand right into a project's ecosystem. So the launchpad will also serve to drive hype and create a pipeline for interested parties who are keen to onboard onto the project. Hence, it is only natural that Velo has plans for our own project launchpad to onboard onto our own chain. So in the near future, Velo will incorporate the DAO system of governance and voting into the launching of projects on our Nova chain, but this will be at a later stage for now, once all our current development is secured. Because Velo does things on a first-time basis, as per our culture, but progressiveness, practicality, and innovation is definitely core to our roadmap. So, yep.
Very exciting for the launchpad as there are more and more projects out there technically, developing their own launchpad already, and it kind of prove that the project is, can achieve more and more in terms of their ecosystems target. So yeah, pretty excited for the launchpad. Okay, so down to the second last questions for the community handpicked questions. Sean, what kind of marketing is currently already running?
Right, Giselle. So, pertaining to our marketing efforts since January 2023, our strategic focus has been all about getting the fundamentals right, from new branding to better connections with the Valorians. And you guys have probably noticed a huge visual improvement on our website and social media, and as well as the release of brand and product videos to bring to life the products that we are developing, more visual for the community and masses as well. We're committed to building a connection with the community through a more frequent communication, whether they be on Twitter, through admins in the Telegram and Discord communities, or the V-Inspire announcement and the AMAs that we try to organize about 2 to 3 times a quarter. But on the other front, partnerships and AMAs in crypto community, they also play an important role in the growth of Velocity, Velo Labs. So as we gradually launch a universe, you will see more and more marketing efforts outside the existing Velo community. And for example, event and trainings with trading communities, and an affiliate campaign with KOLs, also known as key opinion leaders in the industry. So we hope you are looking forward to welcoming new Valorans to our Velocity Velo community like we do. But on top of that, we'll also continue to have more like stuff that will hype our marketing efforts up, like airdrops, lucky draws, bonuses, and other incentives. So feel free to ask your friends to join you on our channels. This can be found in the link tree in Velo Labs that we will share with you later.
Great. I mean, it's excited to all the Valorians, I must say, technically, to not be able, it's not just targeting about the blockchain audiences only, but we are trying to, I mean, Velo is trying to technically reach more general audiences to introduce more, infrastructures in the blockchains. What can they achieve technically? And this is, I think, one of the um, best marketing methods Velo Labs is trying to do. So yeah, we're pretty exciting to see that. Okay, so down to our last question for the community handpick. Said, hi, explain in a simple paragraph the relationship between a Velo, USDV, and Nova.
All right, excellent question. So, the main difference is to start off, Velo token is Velo Labs native token, and it is available for trading on some of the exchanges we have already partnered with, like most recently Bybit, Warpy, Bitaza, Crypto.com, KuCoin, OKX, and Gate.io, to name a few. And whereas the USDV is our stablecoin, which is used heavily in our Universe Hybrid X for trading, and it's minted one to one by converting it from USDT or USDC. So in essence, it is the stablecoin of Velo Labs. Whereas Nova is an EVM compatible chain, Ethereum virtual machine compatible chain that also doubles up as tokens to process gas fees on the Velo network, or when one uses Orbit, and is not listed on any exchanges to prevent hoarding and price speculation.
Great. I mean, in terms of the scalability and to cater such issues within the gas fees, technically Velo Labs introduced Nova to cater this issue, which is, I think, one of the best solutions that can be provided into the blockchain project. So this is pretty exciting. Okay, so I think Mr. Sean has covered more on the general, questions that the community wants to hear and get from Velo. And I would like to move on to the most voted community question, which is meaning to say we do the votings, and technically we got these questions, and I would say, they are pretty much eager to know. So let's go to the number fifth, rank in fifth first. Okay. What is the benefit of your project compared to the competition? What differentiates you from your rivals, and which current market competitor is closest to your project in terms of scalability, security, functionality, and adaptability?
All right, excellent question. So Velo Labs' competitive advantages lies in the fact that Velo Labs isn't focused on a standalone product, but rather we are more of an ecosystem for limitless global fund movement. And while Velo works in the crypto space, Velo Labs has many sister companies that hold licenses in traditional finance, such as Lightnet and Inception. So through our partners, Velo Labs will have access to global compliance, allowing Velo expansive growth when its products are ready. And in order to connect the highly fragmented financial ecosystem, Velo Labs created a cross-chain bridge that will connect Nova to other keychains and all the keychains with each other. So regarding competitors, it is DeFi for Universe Orbit and Velo Finance. It's definitely players within the DeFi space.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, but to add on, but we right now we don't see anyone creating anything at Velo scale. So Velo has an all-encompassing vision to bridge global liquidity from traditional centralized and decentralized sources. And down the road, we also plan to be a clearinghouse for CBDCs, also known as central bank digital currencies, in the near future, which some of you are pretty hyped about as well. So yeah.
Great input to the questions. And on top of it, the Velo, I mean, mission is not only, of course, in the ecosystem itself. I can understand that it's more on, when we wanted to pursue what Velo wants, is basically have to, I mean, be ready about the few challenges with the regulatory and, of course, the blockchain developments as it, in the future as well. So there are challenges, and but which we are grateful for having a Velo teams to actually cater this and put in into the project's thought on how to cater those gas fee scalability issues into I would say the trending issues that's been happening with the increase of BRC20. We have refi, and we have more and more development in the blockchain itself. So yeah, I mean this is pretty great. Okay, so we move on to question 4, rank on number 4, which is Velo still working closely with Stellar Development Foundation? And is Jet, McCaleb, and David Mazieres still an advisor? Very famous people. So yeah, excited to hear. Sean?
Yeah, very famous people indeed. Of course, Velo first employed the Stellar blockchain as the go-to protocol in our project because of its interesting advantages when it comes to speed, timing, and the cost effectiveness of transfer of money over borders. Mobility is also that. So using that as our base, the Velo team has developed our own Velo protocol, and our EVM compatible Nova chain attests to this. Cost is also kept low, and security is also emphasized with our Nova tokens, which again will not be listed on any exchanges to prevent hoarding and speculation. So, Jed McCaleb and David Mazieres are still advisors, and any updates to the Velo team or products or our roadmap will be communicated via official channels to all Velorans and stakeholders. This is to ensure transparency and open communications on the ongoing integrity of our project. But however, we are also looking to expand to other chains in the near future as well, so as to increase operational efficiency and keep the cost low, as well as increase interoperability between the chains.
Great. And to have Jet McCaleb especially and David, the pioneer players in the blockchain world, and become the advisor towards your projects is pretty much give increased confidence to our Valorians and to our broader audience, new Valorians as well. So yeah, this is, I think, one of the best move in Velo Labs as well. Okay, so let's move on to question 3, rank number 3. All the goals of your projects are absolutely great, but one of the main factors users are looking for in the crypto project is the use case of the token. So what are the use cases of Velo token in your platform, and what are your plans to increase the adoption of the Velo token, the products?
Yes. Actually, I was hoping for a question like that, so thank you.
Very famous
You know,
question, right?
yeah, exactly. So we know that in the world of crypto and blockchain, utility is king. So a security token alone would not guarantee the long-term sustainability of a project by itself, and thus demand for it would be questionable. We plan to bring several utilities to Velo. It will first be used as a mechanism in the treasury, and in the future it will be used to vote for a project in DAOs, which is also known as a decentralized autonomous organization, where the Velo holder will have a say on major decisions on treasury actions and supply through a voting system. So we want to keep the ethos of crypto and blockchain alive. Velo holders will also earn special benefits on products in the Web3 Plus ecosystem. For example, reduced fees, and Velo tokens will also be used to mint USDV, and then used in Universe and in our partners' networks where they adopt our Velo protocol in the near future. So in essence, the use cases are limitless once you see more and more projects being integrated into our ecosystem. Of course, they will also be used in orbit and, like I said, our DAO in the far future as well.
Pretty much, as we technically have the base of our Valorians that are eager and ready to speak out. Even, I mean, in the previous times, they technically, suggest more and more, um, you know, to Velo Labs teams, and they actually, engage to the team. And this is pretty much to introduce DAO to the people is the best, options as well, to increase the engagements that we had and is to stronger the project's sustainabilities as well. So yeah, kudos to that. Okay, so rank number 2 questions, which we are down to last question. Last 2 questions. Okay, Sean, for 3 years, the price of Velo has continued to fall down. Is your team still working solidly until now? How do you convince investors your coin is not a scam coin with this performance? And I see that many investors have tweeted that they are disappointed with Velo performance. Sean.
Yeah, very very relevant question, especially what took place over past few years. So the past 3 years has been a bit of a bummer for token holders, especially so like I said with the Terra, Luna, and FTX debacle happening in the same 3 year period. So, but a wise man once said, Rome was not built in a day, and this also applies to many solid and legit blockchain and crypto projects that have seen the price of their own tokens plummet as well. But one needs to only look at our website, www.velo.org, and see our 6 unique products that we have, with some already being released, like Velo Finance, and of course, Nova Bridge. So, as the token of Velo depends on the demand for it, once all the other products like Universe, Orbit, and WAP are operational, that will certainly accrue the demand for them. So, as the full utility potential of Velo has been unlocked, then we will see a further acceleration and upsurge of demand for it. And this will evidently, cause the price of the token to rise. Uh, Pertaining to your question, scam project is fairly straightforward. So you would not see the product active with a lot of periodic updates and changes during the token price floor. Mm, Said scam project would also leave the current project to create another project in order to scam more people. The reason why price is currently low right now is because of overall market conditions and also the fact that we are still working hard on our project. So once the time is right, the value of our Velo tokens will most definitely speak for themselves.
I agree on some point. Of course, like, we appreciate the thoughts from the Velo Labs to actually, bring the confidence to the Valorians is we actually put these questions out, and technically the confidence of course have to be built and you have to do your own research and etc. But with that came Velos with more recent updates, and technically they would not contradicts their decisions in terms of even the past few weeks back. So I think this is a good indication that we are making clear to the Velorians as well as the questioner here what Velo is trying to do and what we are trying to improve and also develop in the coming few years. And of course, it's regarding to the bearish market that we are holding now is not one of the, it could actually, it is one of the point, but technically we are still working with it, and Velo Labs still not, give up on it, anything, and they are, technically putting more and more efforts towards it as well. So yeah, thank you, Sean. Okay, so I think we are down to our last question, but it ranks the first of what they, eager to know from Velo team. Does Velo plan to have an ambassador or content creator program? They
I'm
want
only
to
surprised
basically they
by
want
the
to, yeah, technically they want to receive more money, I guess. So
Yeah, yeah, I was mildly surprised, but not surprised as well by the first voted question. But yes, of course, Velo plans to have a full-fledged ambassador and content creator program for you guys, along the lines of an affiliate program for KOLs with a considerable number of followers. But also because there are some prerequisites involved because this is a business after all. Firstly, their followers would have to be real followers, and performance is based on the amount of real user conversions that the ambassadors and content creators can garner for us. Secondly, Velo will also employ a micro affiliates program for influencers with smaller number of followers, but they can still pivot users into our ecosystem, so no one is left out. And finally, for the ambassador and content creator program that you asked about, we would like to have exclusive long-term collaborations with those who are involved to ensure that user retention is present. So to wrap it off, more details will be readily available as we ramp up marketing offers and efforts in the coming months, while we continue to grow users for Universe. Yeah.
Great. I mean, thank you, Sean, for all the insight and recent updates from Velo Labs. And I think Velorians are well aware what is happening. And if you guys have more questions, you guys can actually ask in the Discord chat, and we would be glad to attend you guys. So, okay, to close down, again, thank you, Sean, for coming today and to inspire us with more and more updates about Velos. And we are so excited of what coming in the future. And thank you, the audiences, for coming today. Don't forget to actually follow recent updates on our social medias. On Telegram, we have technically a local group as well. We have global group as well from Thailand, South Korea, and the global. So in terms of our YouTube, you guys can go check out our main Linktree link, just slash Velo Labs there. So yeah, again, thank you so much, Sean, and thank you, listeners out there.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, Sean. You too.